Hello everyone, this is Talking with T-Stout with
W-Balls03.
And we're going to do a playoff prediction here for the NFL. We're going to tell you who we think is going to win the Divisional, the Conference, and then the Super Bowl. Yes, and I'll have this up today. Today's games are the Denver Broncos at the New England Patriots. And well, I'm a Patriot fan, so of course I'm going with the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going to go with New England too.
Nope. And that's tonight's game. The earlier game today, tomorrow, the early game is Houston at Baltimore, and I'm just going to pick Houston. I just want Houston to win, but
I want Houston to win, but I'm going to pick Baltimore.
Yeah, I want Houston to win, but something just in the back of my mind says that Baltimore's going to win, but I'm rooting for Houston to win this.
I'm rooting for Houston also, but I think Baltimore's going to win.
But I'm going with the upset. I'm picking Houston. And then this one's going to be a tough one. The New Orleans Saints at San Francisco.
That is tough.
That is tough. And I'm going with the 49ers.
I'm going to go with the Saints.
Controversy in the picks.
Yep.
And then tomorrow's late game, the G-Men versus the Packers, and the Packers are going to kill them.
I think Green Bay is going to win, but they might have some trouble.
And then that would lead us to Sunday, the 22nd, the conference champions. We both pick New England. If New England and Houston plays, it's going to be at New England. And I don't know. Up in the cold, New England, winter time, maybe snow, Houston, a dome team. New England's going to have the advantage, and New England will beat Houston.
Yeah, and of course, my pick would be Baltimore and New England. That's going to be a tough one.
That would be a very tough one.
Just because New England's secondary is so bad in their defense, I'm going to pick Baltimore. I think it'd be a close game, but that New England secondary just has me concerned. So it actually even has me concerned today a little bit because Pittsburgh had a better, I guess, secondary. Well, Tebow just killed them, but they had, like I said, their front three were all banged up. I said they're never mind. Just go ahead.
Oh, well, you cut out there real bad. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, it said internet problems or something. I said just go ahead. So I have New England. I have Baltimore over New England. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but Baltimore, I don't know, might represent the AFC.
It could happen.
And the AFC Championship game is actually the early.
I would have San Francisco at Green Bay. And I'm going with San Francisco to pull this one off. I'm riding them.
Yeah, and mine would be the Saints. Right. Sorry that I'm snotting around. I just have an allergy, but I have the Saints at Green Bay, and you know what? I might go with the Saints. That was wasn't that a pretty close game? Did they play the opener? Kinda.
Yeah, they did play the opener
this year.
It was a really close game.
Green Bay, you had that video where you thought the Saints should have won. Green Bay played a hell of a game. They didn't make any mistakes. Nope. The Saints made the mistakes. It was a
1 yard. Mark Ingram would have got that touchdown at the goal line. The Saints would have won, and Green Bay stopped them.
I can't remember the game, but I knew it was close. So I might pick an upset. I might have what I think is it might be Baltimore versus the Saints.
Wow. And who you got winning that one?
I'm gonna go with the Saints.
The Saints. Who dat?
Who dat nation?
Yeah.
Who dat nation?
Well, I would have New England versus San Francisco, and as painfully as this is for me to say, I'm going to pick the 49ers to beat New England in the Super Bowl. As painful as that is.
Yeah.
Because there's just that defensive line, the two Smiths, Justin Smith and Otis Smith or whatever his name is. I don't know the guy's name, but he's a rookie, and he just about broke Curse's sack record as a rookie. He was half away from breaking it. He's probably going to end up breaking it, but that front four is amazing. Their secondary is great. If they had a good offense, it'd be over.
I'm usually an AFC guy, but weaker this
Peyton
year.
gone. Thank you, Peyton.
With Peyton gone, and then New England's defense, and then all their injuries to Pittsburgh, and Baltimore's still pretty strong. But it just seems like all the top teams, the three big teams in the AFC the past decade, New England, Colts, and the Steelers, it's just, they have issues. Colts really have issues.
And that's it in the AFC, really. I mean, Baltimore. Baltimore's always there. They're like the secondary tier.
Baltimore was always, they were always behind. They were, I guess, it was like Baltimore and San Diego. They were always behind the Steelers, Patriots, and Colts. They were pretty good too. But San Diego was garbage this year. And Baltimore's still a good team. I mean, hell, they killed Pittsburgh the first game of the year, and then they barely killed them. They barely beat them second game. But it's just AFC's a lot weaker.
I think the NFC might go 3 in a row. To be honest, I don't see Denver, New England, Houston, or Baltimore beating New Orleans, San Francisco, or Green Bay. I'm ruling the Giants will not make the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. But I don't see any of the 4 teams beating New Orleans, San Francisco, or Green Bay. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. I get to see. I didn't pick them, but I can see the Giants making it to the.
Yeah, they'll go to the NFC Championship. I don't think they'll go. I don't know.
They're not going to get past Green Bay.
No, they're not going to get past Green Bay.
No, they're not
going to get past.
They're not going to get past. I mean, if they do get past Green Bay, I don't see them getting past another hard team, which is New Orleans or Giants.
I don't. Tom Brady's great. I love him. But New Orleans would just destroy them. San Fran would just run it down their throat, and Green Bay would just pass over their heads. They don't have a defense to guard any of them. Houston, their defense is great. They don't have an offense. They're on their third string quarterback. Johnson's hurt. The other guys are hurt. Baltimore's just plain old, and Denver's just going to run it. They're just going to run out of Tim Tebow. Someone's going to hit him, and I hope someone hits him and hurts him because that's the only guy they got.
Just like with New England's defense. I mean, over the years, look how many people they lost. Everybody lost. Rodney Harrison, Teddy Bruschi, Mike Vrabel. Asante Samuel's been gone for a while, but who's their DBs now?
Yeah, Hobbs. Chung was in the Chung was in the secondary. You got Dunlap's a middle linebacker, and you're sitting here saying who? Yeah, that's the who dat. I mean, they had
Richard Seymour's gone.
Yeah, Seymour's gone. Thank God Warren's still there and Wilfork's still there. They're just garbage on defense. They're bad. They had people doing the starting lineup, and they didn't even have their names up on the board because they didn't know who the hell they were. That's how bad they are.
Basically,
it wasn't like they don't know who they are. Basically, like if you have like a guy come in,
they don't have a picture because
they never knew
they knew they were going to start.
Like fourth on the depth charts, and he's starting. I was like, come on. Terrible defense. I mean, they've gotten better since game 1. They just have slowly gotten better, but they're not going to be able to guard New Orleans, New Orleans or Green Bay's receivers. It's not going to happen. If Tom Brady, if the Patriots offense don't put up 40 points a game, they're going to lose. But I think San Francisco is going to they're not going to destroy people. They're going to keep it close. But I will say this: whoever wins between San Francisco and New Orleans will win the Super Bowl. That's just what I think. I mean, Green Bay can beat them, but Green Bay's just been beat up.
It's either. I'm gonna pick either the Saints or Green Bay.
I'm gonna pick either the Saints or Green Bay to win it.
I think it's the Saints again. I don't know.
I think it's the Saints again.
It could be 3 in a row for the NFC. The AFC's looking weak.
Yep.
And this means absolutely nothing because it's the wild card, but I don't know. All the home teams won. Does home team advantage mean a lot for the home team in playoffs?
I don't know about this particular round.
The divisional playoffs.
I don't know.
This is like the first playoffs where there are no wild card teams. Before wild card teams, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh both got knocked out, and Detroit and Atlanta
crazy.
got knocked out. So it's all 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds playing each other. It's all 1 and 4 and 2 and 3 playing each other.
It's been crazy because what?
It's been crazy because what? The last few years. I mean, it's been the last how many years? I mean, could have been years. It's always been a wild card team either winning it or at least being in the divisional round.
This has been a crazy ass year for football.
Yeah, how was it too crazy about that?
Yeah, how was it too crazy about this year?
Yeah, you guys were banged up.
It's just like the whole thing.
It's just like the whole thing. Like, I just wasn't crazy about this year. I mean, it was exciting, but it was nothing.
Last year was crazy. You had Green Bay coming out, and I'm not going to say nowhere, but nobody expected Green Bay to win the Super Bowl last year. With all the injuries and some more shit, they fought their ass off, and they won that son of a bitch. I'll give them that. And they've just been on a roll, and they somehow lost to Kansas City, which I still don't understand how that happens. How you lose to one of the worst teams ever, but I guess it could have been worse. Could have lost to the Colts, but
I don't know if Kansas City could get their.
If Kansas City could get their offense.
Yeah, they got a good defense, but their offense is just.
If they could somehow get a good offense, going, it'd be a good team.
But I don't know if you want to put your say so in this and comment on who you think's going to be, winning what and who you got for your Super Bowl picks. Drop a comment and we'll just yabber about it. But this has been our playoff picks. I've been talking with T Stout with.
W-Balls 03.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.